Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and looks like the localization problem is finally getting the attention it deserves. So it all started when this politician, Senko Kurishi, started talking into this post. Well, if people want to share us this problem, please, so we can spread it to the Japanese. So my colleagues around the world have told me about many examples of censorship in the name of localization because it's not only censorship, it's historical revisionism, it's vandalizing and use it as a tool of propaganda. And we have said it many times, all live the same fucking package. And people sharing examples such as this one, game realist, an agenda presented for decades. Yes, that's true. Meanwhile, I meet this gentleman in Japanese. Champion, how I will recognize her? Y- tr- This fucking corny dialogue is what pisses me the fuck off. They have been pushed for all of this time to say different characters with the same kind of personality because they could get away with it many times. And this can be stopped the moment they finally accept to use AI translation, Google Translate, and this all of this fucker the AI parasite. So look at this. He's already nearby. Please join forces with him and save magical land. And then, this is the 80s, Han. What does that even have to do with that dialogue? It's a him and his wife, spraying their hate towards white people. Except when his action is complicated. See what I'm trying to say? Again, like, all this cringy dialogue is an example of all of this fucking agenda these fuckers push. You can know they are fucking DI far left retards the moment you're starting to see dialogues and expressions such as hate towards white people and trying to talk like they are a fucking N-word in the worst lane possible and making all the good looking female characters in all this media unlikable bitches. The most infamous one, Kobayashi no Maid Dragon. And then how they fucking do it? SK8 Infinity, Japanese and American. All you fools who love skateboarding. And then, hey bitches and bros and non-binary hoes. Non-binary hoes. So yeah, you inserting transformer ideology. Well, that problem there is going to sort itself out when they start ending each other. While they always take themselves out. This one from TechPost. So we have seen a lot of these fucking lolcows destroying the language and getting so bitchy when we have pointed that out. Look at this. Translators are not your enemy. You are not translator. In this case, I agree. Translators are not our enemy. It's you. You are not a translator. You are just a fucking failed piece of human being that has never achieved anything good in their fucking life. Probably the only thing they have to rely on is sucking dick to get only that nepotism hiring to be put in charge of handling the translation team. And what you're starting to do? Destroying everything. You're a lol cow. That's what they fucking are. Lolclownlizers. And they push censorship in the most blatant way. And when they get caught out, look at the dates: 2020, 2020, 2020. Hey, the Venn diagram of people who think translators will compromise their employability to falsify translations for some vague quote unquote push agenda. They self projecting because they know that they cannot deflect. And this was a problem in 2020 and 21st. Finally, people had enough because even the normies are noticing because primarily they are getting sick and tired of these LGHD 3D fuckers. Well, self fuckers, or well, at this point, I'm not going to get in what kind of fucking behavior they are. Everyone knows at this point when they are not being seen. When they want to be seen, is when they want to virtual signal like how they destroyed something. How They push it as a true out nonsense, feminazi bullshit, and well, demonization of men. They can clean out that. Meanwhile, you see, even in trying to influence Japanese people, honestly, even I have to say, natural selection is coming up for those companies that decided to listen to them. Even look at this fucker. Outseas and Nexus friends, please never pick Senran Kagura. Thanks. This one when eventually you people attached to the localization industry in the West will have to answer why are you deliberately cultivating these echo chambers onto the whole community. Yeah, they are finally, it took all this long, but well, time has come up. Finally. And this fucker said, no, no, we won't. Nah, you're going to do that shit. When you are put out of your job, when you start getting replaced with AI. Yes, I love the idea of localization that determines the demographic. We have seen those fuckers now that I remember calling lolicon content pedo. I literally translated lolicon as pedo. I'm a good person. I'm great. And everyone just doing that circle here. I may jerk you off. Oh, please, I'm going to do you same. And well, they are pushing all of this nonsense. Even other example from 22nd. So I've been localizing romance games for women from Japanese to English for over 7 years now, basically full time. They have been paid. Look, and this is what pisses everyone off. On top of this madness, they have been paid for vandalizing, for localizing, for censorship. They have been doing this shit. They have been bragging about it. I think even one thing is they're bragging about it, and I think something that really pisses everyone off. Hey, you're paying this fucker to vandalize the product you're trying to sell to me? Yeah, if you, that's the fucking problem that has been happening for all of these years. Sadly, yeah, those fuckers even managed their way to infiltrate in the fan subs. Some of them. Some can get gatekeep, but still, that's why I keep saying this problem is a political problem. It's political, but you can fix it with technology. So look at this one, Minami. Localizing Roman takes a lot of skill because it's so intimate to the reader. Even small changes can make a world of difference to readers. Yeah, just like changing the context of the story for a character, their personality, their actions, their emotions, their fucking emotions, their expressions, the entire character are rewritten. They have been rewritten for all of this nonsense. And he said, yeah, I always take out mentions of skin tone. I tend to take out mentions of her being thin or delicate or whatever too. So even saying, yeah, you are delicate and I want to protect you, they see that phrase as something that needs to be erased. Being good towards anyone. Localizes Midori targets the incel types. Yeah, it's obvious. In reality, green is virginity. Correct translation, Midori targets the virgin types, which is a virgin hunter. And we enjoy to see that shit. But no, look at this, just expose it. Hell, just imagine this happening in another language. Dude, I have seen it, even with media. I remember one from Capcom with Devil May Cry 3. In the English dub, you see Dante taunting Cerberus. And it is a part of the game where it says, come on, doggy, 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 doggy. And they, in the re-release during the PS4, Xbox One, and PC era, they they pushed Spanish subtitles. Actually, the game came with subtitles and menu translation in Spanish, but I have to call it was localized because that part when it says doggy, 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 which in Spanish could be something like "Hey, perrito, 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 perrito." It was something saying like an out of nonsense dialogue. Oh, hey, try to come after me. I'm just like, fuck, I'm just literally seeing him and I can hear it and I can understand it. Hey, doggy, 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 doggy. And yeah, it is problem. Right now, people are aware to the Japanese because primarily these fucking lol cows ends up translated what it is in English. Well, localizing in English, vandalizing the language in English. And then the other ones do the same shit after the fact that it's already localized, or even they're starting to do that nonsense by inserting the pronoun shit in Spanish subtitles, even in anime. Crunchyroll, fucking Soiny is the most notorious example of that. The reason why not many people are talking about it is because, yeah, primarily right now that there is not a big of a pushback in the Spanish speaking side because a large chunk of them are fucking tourists or are they are okay with this because they are themselves SJWs. They are far left retards. Just to continue on. If you were localizing something from Spanish to English, you will rename a character called Ricardo to John. Well, we have seen that shit, man. Even from the other side, yeah. They or swap every taco for hot dog. They will do it, and yeah, even I have seen it. Something like they will do it. They will fucking do it right now. Or even from the other side, they will fucking do it. Even I remember GTA 5 when I played it. The Spanish version for Latin, it was Mexicanized slang for every single time Lamar and Franklin were talking. Something like with phrases with a stick up his ass was renaming something like my fucking balls, but in Mexican slang. Yeah, this fucking problem is evident. Right now, yeah, this is something that needs to be called up more often. What kind of third language got localized? Because I remember someone from Spain covering that when Dragon Ball Z was released there, and well, in Latin, primarily by Mexican, has been mocked by a lot of people the dubbing of Dragon Ball Z, primarily because something like Kamehameha was called Shockwave instead of Kamehameha, leaving some of the translation on even not being done. Like something like those words being something like appropriated just to express how it is part of that creation. And from what that guy allegedly encountered is because they did the translation of the localized French translation. So yeah, they copied what the French have done because something related to licensing. You see this problem how it stands? This is something that is happening everywhere, fucking everywhere. But where it has been more notorious from the English speaking side because, well, it's the most predominant language being talked in the world, even by non English speaking countries. So let's continue. No, but that's basically the crap they pull to the Japanese media on a daily basis. The sheer narcissism it takes to hijack another art, butcher it with radical changes, and then strut around claiming you, quote unquote, fix it. That's something that, yeah, they feel like they are the moral police. I'm a good, decent person. The only one that I can actually say what is okay and what isn't. These fuckers make my stomach sick. These clans openly brag about maliciously sculpting Japanese media for their own selfish ends. Their agenda is an agenda that has been festering for decades. Yeah, fucking decades. Even people have pointed out that even if you see that right now is worse, it was way worse in the 80s and 90s because they butchered straight content and forced developers to make new ones only because they were thinking, we need to apply it to the sensibilities and to the market at this place. No, go fuck yourself. If I want to see something from US, I want to receive all of that content, even if I understand some jokes. If I want to receive the content from Japan, I want it to be untouched, unfiltered. Even in some parts I can understand them. I'm going to search them another day to see. Okay, so it was for this because I care for the media, just like what happened in the past, and people are going to point out this shit because yeah, this problem, even this one, yeah, is really bad. Just start letting this as incels, and I couldn't be prouder. For Tom says, yeah, the boys are question are 100% incels. Yeah, all of this, and also leaving the link in case that fucker deleted it. Since even at the present, there is a desperate need of quality control. More than quality control, it is, yeah, ditch an entire useless department. Translation department, nah, leave it to a technology department. Handle this shit. And this one. Japanese companies must stop working with localizers. They need to use technology. Even I have seen other examples because this one is getting more attention on it because you're going to see fuckers trying to destroy AI. They see the threat, they see that and the final last legs, and we are not holding back. Look at this fucker. This media quality they are translating manga to their app and hope no one will notice. We did. Manga deserves better than cheap. No, they deserves better, and if it's cheap, okay, yeah, it's a plus. If it increases the quality and actually it's cheap, because yeah, why would you need even a person on this one? We don't want them. We already went for this. Soulless automation. Yeah, and I have seen AI create something that has more soul that we have seen one of those you fucking retards over the last decade. This is a betrayal of translators. No, they are not translators. They are lolclownlizers. Fans, you hackers, yeah, you have betrayed the fans for the longest time. You tell them so much how you hate them, how you want them dead, and how you love destroying the media they love, so on and so on. And even this one, the art and form. You fuckers destroy art. You are just one of those Middle East terror dudes destroying historical figures, architecture, and also in the fucking West. You are a bunch of fucking terror dudes, for my opinion. For all I know, you are destroying and trying to do all of this vandalizing for use your own political message. Like just like how some terror dudes tends to do when they go on a killing spree. But well, even people calling their asses here. After the atrocities we have witnessed, yeah, bro, or AI all the way. Let them wannabe cool kids who missed their prime in high school flip burgers at McDonald's. Hell, I don't even want them flipping burgers at McDonald's. What is the chance that they are going to spit in in those burgers? They're going to do it just out of hate. So look at this one. Sit back and let the goat handle. Yeah, fuck you with this one. Okay, cool. Yes, 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 very, yeah, yeah, yes, yes. That fucking kind of dialogue pisses me off. And even going at this one, I think, yeah, I saw a quote from Shibu Reviews. Let's see if we can still find it. Oh, well, this one is another. A huge number of local classes are narcissists who simply hate Japan. Yeah, we have been saying it for the longest time. They actually want to destroy Japanese art. Japanese companies must stop working with these people. Zach Davison and others like him should never be employed as translators again. Look at these ones. Translation Discord. If you read words in Japanese, you should have a very fucking good reason. Ni-chan and Nini and sorry senpai. I remember even in Spanish they were used to call yeah senpai and but they will call it like brother and the other part I honestly didn't make sense to me when I was starting watching. Hey, why is this part is different? And then I was starting to see the comparisons. So you could notice that one, but not that bad how it is now. So look at this one. Senpai have no businesses been left in English. Yes, they have. Yes, they fucking have because it's Japanese media. You fucking retard. Ah, but previously, well, Japan is super racist, sexist, homophobic, fatphobic. Hey, saying fatphobic is the most hilarious one I heard to this date. How it is fatphobic that you want to be healthy? Oh man. Sh- Let me see, I can still find Chibi reviews. Or even this one, look at this. English version, Japanese version. The localization, how the censorship is evident. Chibi. Ah, it's not there. Fuck. Chibi reviews mentioning something from the Shonen Jump. This one from Kircha. Hopefully, the damage done by narcissistic localizers can finally come to an end. Total localizers annihilation. And I couldn't agree more. So there you have it. This is what everyone has been sharing for the longest time, even to this day. Fragile male ego. Yeah, hating on men. Even on this one. Even in a romance comedy, they have done so much damage. Yeah, Nisa America is the most notorious example of that shit when it comes to Japanese video games. So there you have it. I know this video went far too long, but this is how things are going. Yeah, I'm loving that these fuckers are finally getting called out for all the damage they have done. So I'm just going to leave it there. Thanks for watching and please take